Welcome to another edition of Chaplain John with Chaplain John Sayers, featuring special reports and interviews with people doing kingdom ministry in Tulare County and beyond. And now, here's Chaplain John.
John 15, verse 4, and I want to read out of the Message Bible. Live in me. Okay, Jesus is talking. Live in me, make your home in me, just as I do in you. In the same way that a branch can't bear grapes by itself, but by only being joined to the vine, you can't bear fruit unless you are joined with me. You know, by the way, other translations use the word abide. Well, I'm going to tell you, I have days where it's hard for me to abide in the Lord or let the Lord abide in me. Sometimes that's easier said than done, isn't it? Well, Gail and I, we've been reading through the book of Genesis, a chapter a day, and I'm seeing a really great connection between Genesis 32 and 33. Now in 32, Jacob is on his way back home. For 20 years he's been away, running from fear of his brother. You could go back and read why that is, but he's going home now. And in 32, the day before he meets his brother, he wrestles. He's wrestling with an angel of the Lord, or he may be wrestling with God. And he becomes a little limp. He gets a limp, a little crippled because of the wrestling. And because he's not going to let go until he gets a blessing. Well, okay, Jacob gets his blessing. But I think he really is, and sometimes he's wrestling with God, but now he knows that God's going to be with him. He's abiding with God. God's abiding with him. It's his God again now. You know. Well, in 33, Jacob goes and he meets his brother Esau. You got to read that. But he goes with a strength now, maybe a confidence now, because of this wrestling. By the way, a lot of times I call this wrestling lamenting. That's what it is when we wrestle with God. You might be confused with God. You might be in sorrow with God. You might even be angry with God. But be with God. I can't say you'll always get answers from God, but when you wrestle with God, you will get his presence. And that will give you the strength to get through anything. Give Jacob the strength to confront his brother. It's a great reunion of the two brothers. They hug, they come together. I don't know if Esau ever abides with God. Oh, it's great to have, he's back with his brother, he forgives his brother, they forgive each other. That's very good. But I don't know if, we never read where Esau has a relationship with God like Jacob does. Never do. Well, here's the message, people, and the message for me. If you need to wrestle with God, do so. Lament with God, and you'll get his presence. And no matter what comes your way today, we'll get through it because God lives in you. You live in God. Abide with God.